Hi, my name is Megan Coon with Powerhouse Real Estate, and today I want to give you a market update for the Davis County area. Currently in Davis County, homes are sitting for approximately 53 days before they go under contract. So from the time the home is listed to the time that it is under contract is about 53 days on average. Now, the whole process of selling is taking about 3 to 4 months for sellers. And so keep that in mind. We still have, once it goes under contract, the whole process until closing. And so that adds another 30 to 40 days on top of that. In Davis County, Utah, our median sold price is about $520,000, and homes are selling for about 2% under list price when it is all said and done. So from what the home is listed at once it goes under contract to the number that it sells for is about a 2% difference. That's about how much room buyers have to negotiate. On top of that, sellers are also paying about $8,000 in closing costs for buyers in this area on average. So there's a little bit of negotiation power on the purchase price as well as closing costs being paid for the buyer, which shows us that it is a little bit more of a buyer's market than a seller's market right now. Buyers have a bit of an advantage because homes are sitting for longer. So sellers get a little bit more desperate to get the home sold and off market. So they are willing to do more negotiating. We also are seeing sellers more willing to negotiate when it comes to inspection repairs as well. Currently, price per square foot is about $263. Now, I hesitate to give you this number because I don't want you to go calculate your square footage times that number I just gave you to see what your home is worth. If you want to know what your home is worth, give me a call. I'm happy to get you an accurate number there. A lot of this is determined by how many square feet you have. Obviously, smaller homes sell for a little bit more per square foot than bigger homes. It also is determined by how much land you have, all the amenities. So just timesing those numbers by each other is not going to give you an accurate representation of the value of your home. So if you're curious about that, you definitely want to reach out to a professional to give you a more accurate number. One other thing that I wanted to mention and give you an update on, if you aren't familiar with the real estate market, if you haven't been following some of our headlines, last fall, some pretty big changes were made when it comes to commissions. No longer are buyer agent commissions offered up front from the seller. They are now negotiated as part of the contract. Some sellers were under the impression that they would no longer have to pay the buyer agent commissions, but because of current market conditions, we are still seeing sellers paying this more often than they are not. So if you're going into the market, whether you're a buyer or a seller, you have to understand what the dynamics are for this and what is reasonable to ask or expect when it comes to going under contract on a home. Right now, most sellers are still paying that buyer agent commission for the buyers, at least from what I can see and the contracts that I've negotiated. And so we just want to make sure that sellers have those expectations going in and the buyers know what to expect on their side as well. If you have questions about the local market in your area, your specific neighborhood, or if you're not in Davis County and you're curious about your market in Utah, please send me a message. I'm happy to pull a report for you and let you know what things look like around you. My name is Megan Coon with Powerhouse Real Estate.